and then you can tell me what you usually do on Cambly, because I see you have been on Cambly for quite a long time, right?
Right.
So, yeah. Okay, so you can tell me a little bit briefly, just one or two sentences. I know you probably have to do this often, but just so I know who I'm talking to. Yeah?
Correct.
Right. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jean, and I'm from South Korea. I work as an interpreter slash translator. Also, I teach English to some Koreans if they ask me to do so. And
Okay.
and yeah, and the reason why I'm using Cambly is I like to maintain my English skills because English is about use it or lose it. It's a muscle memory thing.
Of course. Exactly.
So
Okay, awesome. And do you generally do lessons, or do you like to do conversation?
I mostly do have my own material. I prepared lots of news articles or things like that. But these days, I found it interesting to study with this Cambly material about startup.
Yeah.
Actually, I finished lesson number 1 probably. So now it's just lesson number 3.
Okay, so is this the wrong one?
Yeah, because it's like a yeah. I didn't pick
so
it up.
Are you supposed to be on this one? Hackathons.
Yeah, lesson number 2. I haven't studied this. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so then we can do that, definitely. And I'm sure you know how these Cambly lessons look by now. They kind of have the same format. So obviously this one is relating to the idea of hackathons, and there's a small reading passage, vocabulary, all of those things. So like I said, the format doesn't really change with this. Okay, so let's look at what this actually is. So we see here the word hackathon comes from the word hack and marathon. So first of all, what is hack? Do you know what the word hack means?
Hack is something that you are going to penetrate something and get something out of it, or because it is used, the people who are hackers are someone is break it and take it. I didn't look it up online or the dictionary, but there are some kind of YouTube videos. This is our life hacking, something like life hacking tips.
Life hacks.
Right.
Yeah.
So it gives me a clue.
Yes, you're on the right track. Okay, so basically, if we now look at the meaning, literally it means to cut, right, or to slash something. But that can be interpreted in many ways. So like you said, there's life hacks, there's hackers, which basically means to be able to access something or get through something, maybe in an easier or more efficient way, right? Not necessarily easier, but maybe more efficient. Okay, and you obviously know what marathon is. So what do you think a hackathon means?
So I think it's kind of competition or things like that. That lots of a group of hackers or capable people will come together and solve the kind of target or mission or kind of a problem. And somebody who finished the fast will win the game.
Okay. So yes, it's basically exactly what the words say. You know what a marathon is. So it's something of an extended period of time, and it's basically whoever wins by doing this task. So we will read more about it.
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Here in South Korea, there is a company, probably name is Life Hacking School. So they're kind of providing kind of various tips or short courses of to make your life get make your life easier than before by subscribing or by participating or kind of their own seminar. Is it a good name or
Yeah.
not? Life hacking school.
Yeah, I guess so because, like I said, it's usually to make something quicker or more efficient, right?
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it is a good way of saying it.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
obviously remember this hackathon we are talking about specifically is about coding
right,
and
IT industry.
programming. Yes, exactly. But like I said, you can interpret that getting through or cutting through, making something more efficient in many different ways. Yeah? Okay. So obviously, do you think it would be fun to take part in it? Obviously, you have to know how to code if you are taking part of it. But do you think it could be fun if you were someone who knows how to code? Maybe you already do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. 80% or 90% of time, I would feel very happy and fun. I could meet some kind of very skillful hackers that I like to hang out with or learn together or learn from them. We can talk about it because it's quite hard to meet someone else's who has genuinely have similar interest or deep interest in something like. So I think that most of the time it would be very fun if you are really like too focused on the winning or something like that.
If
Yeah,
you're passionate about it, right?
right.
Okay. So, what are some ways that hackathons could lead to new startups?
I think that there will be several possible scenarios behind this. If I'm a hacker and I could talk about some things about the competition or other thing that I have been interested in, and I could meet some person who has also the same interest or curiosity, and we can make a team later on and we can start a company, and that's the one part of scenario. And if the second one is if the hackathon's kind of mission is kind of something that related to um, to to have a possibility to lead up to make a company like startup. Yeah, it's a kind of a good combination that the who are the sponsoring companies would give them kind of money and they will
To invest.
right as a seed money, or those hackathon participants could meet a lot of kind of possible angel investors or they're gonna be
Okay.
exposed to media. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, right. So like I said, we will talk a bit more about it as we learn a little bit more about the whole concept. So I'm actually going to skip over this part and come back to it. We're first going to do the words, and then we will read the passage. Okay? So I like to usually do that just to make sure that you know the words first before you read it.
Right.
And then it makes it a little bit easier to understand the concept. So you should already know most of these words.
I think
okay?
so. Yeah.
But let's go through them. You can read all of them, and then we'll only focus on the ones that maybe you are a little more unsure of.
Okay.
Right. So you can read them for us and the meanings.
To collaborate, to work together, to do something. Ideation. Okay.
Okay. So
I could guess.
I want you to split it up, right? So you recognize this word, ideation.
Ideation.
Right. So there we go.
I
Okay.
see. Ideation, very interesting word. The process of forming an idea. Okay, ideation. Next one is prototype, the first model of something typically used to prove a concept. Pitch. Yeah, sales pitch or sales pitch.
Pitch, yeah.
pitch. Yeah, something said or presented to persuade somebody to do something. Pitch. Short vowel pitch. Or it's the same.
It's a short vowel. Pitch. Yeah.
Okay, pitch. Panel. A group of people, usually experts, who make a decision or give advice.
And then we have the last one.
Pay out. A large amount of money that is paid to someone.
Okay, so now when you pronounce payout, this one you would just say payout, right? Out is the emphasis because this one's a noun.
Okay.
But you can also have it as a verb, but then it would be separated, and then you would say pay out, right? That would be the verb to physically pay money out to someone. Okay. Right. Okay. So, any of these words you haven't heard before?
I never heard of ideation, but I could guess what's the meaning of this. So, Asian means the thing that making a noun or something making in the process.
Shin.
Yeah, right. Shin.
Yeah. So I would usually use. Well, we would usually say shin. Because obviously idea on its own is a word, right? But now with pronouncing it correctly, obviously we have to say ideation. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, but that's not difficult. If you know what the word is, which is idea, then it's very easy to basically predict what the word may mean, right? And whenever you come across a new word, it's the best thing to try and do is to try and see if there's different syllables and if there's words that you recognize within it. I think this one, it does a pretty good job of doing that. There are some trickier words, but this one luckily is not too difficult. Okay, so you know all the other words.
I think so. Yeah, payout. I think that I've seen it like a couple of times. I'm not sure about.
Okay. And you know panel and pitch and prototype.
Yeah, panel. So if you see the Americans Got Talents, there is 3 panels of judge. So.
No, the whole group is a panel.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yes.
The group of people who are.
So it's the group.
Right.
It's a collective. Okay. So they are part of the panel. Each individual is part of the panel.
Right.
Okay. So let's then get you to make a sentence with ideation.
Okay. Should I make a sentence out of ideation or? Okay.
Yes.
Ideation is quite similar to brainstorming. It's part of brainstorming, or I could use but ideation is very important too, and ideation requires a lot of time sometimes and a lot of expertise. Yeah. So
okay. So remember when I asked you to make a sentence, all I'm wanting is to see if you can use it in a sentence, right? So don't overcomplicate it.
Okay.
I know what you're saying, but yes, exactly. So yes, you can say ideation takes time or something like that. Okay, good. Or you can say ideation is a synonym for brainstorming if you really want to. Okay, and then pay out. So I want it as a noun, as it is presented here.
So participating in a hackathon would be a good idea because you probably get a payout or the payout.
A large payout if you win, right?
If you win, yeah.
Usually. Okay, good. Right, so let's then go back to the reading. Now we have a better understanding of the words. So here you can read out the passage for us and then we will have a look at it.
Okay. A hackathon is a competition where teams collaborate on a software project, typically lasting 24 to 48 hours. Hackathons have led to the founding of several tech startups. The beginning of the hackathon tends to be reserved for introductions, at which point competitors form teams. Then, after a decision ideation stage, the design ideation stage, the teams build a prototype of their idea. At the end of the event, the teams give a product pitch to a panel of judges. The winners typically win a gift or prize money, with the most notable hackathons offering payouts of up to $1 million. Is it right?
Yep, correct. Okay, so that's what a hackathon is. So you can obviously, there's specific competitions laid out like that, which people can enter in teams or individuals, or sometimes within tech companies themselves, they basically use this as a competition within their company. Maybe they're trying to bring out a new product or something like that, and they will do it in between or in their teams and basically get their software programmers to compete against each other. And maybe it might not be money that they win, but their product wins or whatever. So it can come in several forms. But the idea is just to use your coding knowledge and your programming knowledge against yourself or other teams or other people or other teams. Okay, so that's basically what a hackathon is. Now, I don't think we're going to fit everything, but what you can try and answer